This meeting is being recorded.
So basically, when it comes to the virtualization platform or the cloud computing, like earlier there was a kind of a legacy kind of infra where you have to manage your hypervisors like your VMware, your Gen server. Over the top of those hypervisors, you have to create your virtual machines, and then you can publish your applications and virtual machines to the end users over the web browser or over the cloud. But for these kind of scenarios, like this data center implementation and management, it was kind of very complex. So to
Hmm.
avoid this kind of complexity, Azure comes into the market. But when it comes into the market, it was not the Azure Virtual Desktop. Okay, the older name
Hmm.
was, let me type it here. Earlier, it was known as Windows Virtual Desktop. Okay,
Yeah.
that was the older name. Now they guys rename their product from this to this Azure Virtual Desktop. Any doubt here?
No.
Okay, so now the benefit of Azure Virtual Desktop. Basically, there is no upfront capex is required when you have to migrate your existing data center over the cloud. Means you do not have to buy any hardware, any storage, any network device, nothing. You simply uh, take the subscription from the Azure and you are ready to go. So that is a major benefit for the small kind of infras who actually cannot manage their uh, like that much of capex or the hardware resources. And if you someone do not want to put that much of money into these kind of things, again, that doesn't means like Azure is available as as we can use it and we have to pay. But yeah, for kind of legacy companies, for banking sectors, for the data centers, or for the IT companies, they guys still use their own prime data center to secure their data. Why? Because for banking sector, data is everything. They cannot put their data center over the public cloud or the hybrid cloud, their information, right?
Yeah.
So for
Hmm.
a small kind of infra, you will find Azure for sure, right? But if some banking is there, like HDFC Bank or any other huge bank, SBI Bank, they guys never means they can use it for general kind of things like for Teams or for Outlook or for any other stuff. But their core servers, the payment processing gateways, they always used to have it on their personal or private data center. Find out.
No, no, no. So like they
Okay.
are having their private cloud, you're saying?
Yes, their own data center. Okay.
Okay.
Now we are going to complete that entire Azure Virtual Desktop as per the blueprint from the Microsoft. And the certification code is here. What we are preparing for, that is AZ140. Okay, that is the exam code actually. In future, if
Okay.
you want to go for or opt for the exam, in that case you will be able to crack this after this training. Okay.
Yeah.
Now, what is Azure Virtual Desktop? You can find the definition at your desktop, but I want it, I want you to explain it in your own words. What you understand by that?
So Azure Virtual Desktop is the virtualization that is made available by Azure.
Mm-hmm.
Like from where you can, host your virtual machines and all the hardware on Azure, and then people can access it over the cloud
Mm-hmm.
through Windows app or remote desktop client.
So basically, Azure Virtual Desktop, it is a application or desktop and application virtualization technology that works over the cloud or at the cloud or the top of the cloud. With the help of cloud means with the help of the web browser, you can access it from anywhere, okay? With your mobile device, with your cell phone, with your laptop, with your iOS or whatever the version is available, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Now, we have some benefits as well, some key points as well. Yeah, but before that, what we are going to do, these are the key points, right? And there is a definition, but here. what we'll do, we are preparing for we are preparing for AZ140, okay, trainings or the exam code. You can consider it anything, right? And to achieve the hands-on experience, we'll go with step by step lab demo because without any practical, everything will be useless, right? You will forget everything if you do not have any hands-on on the console, right? Now,
Absolutely. Yeah.
now some key points are there, or you can consider these as a benefits from the Azure. So, remote access from anywhere means you can access all the resources with the help of Azure Workspace from any device. Session will be secure and you can connect it from any device. Now, the major benefit is that Windows 10 and Windows 11 multi-session support. Do you know what is multi-session support?
Yeah, multi-session is a non-persistent machine.
Hmm.
So basically, to one machine, more than one user can connect at a time, and each of them will get a different session.
And what is the difference between persistent and the non-persistent machine?
So in persistent machine, suppose I am a user, I have logged in, right? I done
Mm-hmm.
some work and I log out. So the
Mm-hmm.
next time I log in, I will get the same machine. It's like my personal laptop, like it's assigned to me. In
Correct.
multi-session, yeah, from the pool, any machine will be assigned to me next time I log in.
So basically, persistent one, that is the dedicated machine for you only. No one can use it. Okay.
Yeah.
Means, and okay, like the persistent or the dedicated machine, we have to assign to our developers or the team who is developing, who is working on any kind of project, right? Because they guys have to continue their work next day as well, right? So we cannot allocate or deliver non-persistent machines to them, right?
Mhm.
Also, Azure is integrated with Office 365 as well. Are you handling Office 365 here in your current infra?
Yeah, but there's a different team for that. I'm not handling.
Okay. And major benefit is that it is scalable and cost effective. Cost effective in the sense what I told you, like there is no upfront cost. You don't even have to buy a single hard drive for this. Okay, just forget about the
Mhm.
servers or the processors or the RAM or the network. Nothing. Okay, you only need a internet connection to connect it. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. So basically, why we use multi-session support? For an example, for an example. I'm having 3 employees, okay, in my organization. So I can use single VDI only for them
Hmm.
for 24/7. Why? Because they guys will be working in shift and 8 hour a day for a single person. In that way, one VDI is enough for me, right?
Correct.
Right. So for an example, if you will be having 10 VDI, with the 10 VDI, you can handle up to 30 employees,
Hmm.
right? Or maybe some like up and down should be there, right? But yeah, less resources you have to use, right? You can utilize your
Yeah.
employees. And if you are using the less resources, that means you are reducing the cost, the hardware cost. Any doubt here?
No, no, so far.
Okay, we are discussing each and everything in the deep, right? We will go to the console as well in upcoming sessions, but before all those things, you should be able to understand, right, what we are planning. This is a kind of roadmap what we are discussing here right now, okay?
Yeah, sure.
Now, coming to the architect overview. So inside the architect, you will find some components like Azure AD, virtual machine, FS logic, session host, etc. So these components will cover one by one when we will go to the labs hands-on or the lab demo. Okay. And
Mm.
okay, let me, so basically that is a kind of quick explanation. You can understand these are the end users, right? They will go to the gateway or the URL, whatever we will share to them, and then they will connect to their session host, and after that they will be able to access their application and data. It is a simple
Yeah.
kind of flow, right? I think nothing is complicated here, right?
Yeah, understood.
Okay, now session host. Just try to explain in your own words what is that.
Mm. Like, what is a session host?
Yes.
Uh, it's like a
Mm-hmm.
server that is hosted over Azure, which we provide to user to access
Mm-hmm.
their apps and desktop.
Mm-hmm. Any other thing?
Like users can connect to it remotely from anywhere through this gateway or any third-party application.
So basically, session host, you can consider this. Basically, it is a VM. Okay,
Yeah,
it is a VM within the host pool. You know what is host pool?
yeah.
That provides like a remote desktop to the end user, right?
Hmm.
Remote desktop access to the end users. So basically, session host it is a server who is handling the sessions. That's it. Okay, whatever the end user sessions.
Okay,
This particular machine it is responsible to handle the end user sessions. That's it. Okay, nothing complicated.
okay.
And then after we will be having one more thing which is host pool. What is that? Because these are the terminology. Okay, that we are going
Yeah.
to use.
So
What?
host pool, we can say like it's a grouping of similar machines. Like all the machines that are in a single host pool will have the same properties throughout. So it's like a group of same, like logical grouping of same machines.
Basically, it is a collection of the session host servers. Okay.
Yeah.
With host pool, you can manage multiple session host servers. Okay. What you can do, you simply have to create a host pool. Okay. And inside that host pool, you can add multiple session host servers. Okay.
Hmm.
Now, one more thing is there that is remote application. What is that?
So it's same as session host, but here the application is published remotely. So user will only be able to access that particular application
Mm-hmm.
over the cloud.
Okay. Now, one more thing is there groups in AVD. So in AVD, two kinds of groups is there. Can you try to explain if you know?
Groups in the sense I didn't get it.
Just give me a minute. First is your remote application. That is your remote app application group. And your second one, that will be your
Desktop application.
desktop app group. Now, just try, if you know anything, what is the difference between these both?
Okay, so like from my environment, what I can tell is if a user has access to the he's added to the desktop application group, then
Hmm.
he will have access to the whole desktop. Okay,
Right,
but if he's
right,
added to the
right.
remote application, yeah, then only that particular application.
That is non-desktop, first one.
Yeah,
Why?
yeah,
Because to launch an application, there is no requirement to publish the entire desktop, okay? But
correct.
one is your desktop application group. And what will happen if we use that? In that case, first user will get the entire VDI, and inside that VDI, he can access the applications, whatever he installed inside, okay?
Hmm.
Now again, there are some benefits of AVD like flex remote working. Yes, we can access it remotely. Enhanced security. Security, it has to be managed by the Azure. And cost optimization, pay per use. Okay. I hope you can understand this word, right? What is the meaning of that? Okay.
Yeah,
Means means
yeah,
if
yeah.
you if I am running that VDI for 8 hours, in that case I have to pay 8 hour charge only. Okay.
Hmm.
And simplified IT management means you will get a basic kind of console through which you can get the list of all the, you can create the entire inventory, how many virtual machines are running, how many applications are running, right? How many users are connected, each and everything you will get. Okay.
Yes.
Now, what is certification? So this is a kind of basic kind of thing like a certification for the IT professional configuring and managing the ABD environment. Target audience, like who can go for this? Administrator, engineers, or architects. So I think you are engineer right now, or maybe some part of administrator as well, right? But right now we are not into that architect level.
Hmm.
Exam code
Okay.
that we have AZ 140. Okay. And
Yeah,
skill measured plan AVD environment. We will learn the implementation. We will manage the access and security. We will manage user environment and applications. And we will monitor the infrastructure as well for any kind of issues.
yeah.
Why get? These are the basic kind. Basically, that is a Microsoft official document. Okay, what I'm showing right now to you. Okay.
Okay,
So
okay.
these are the copied thing. I copied from Microsoft website only. Why? Because that is a course content what we have to cover, right? So
Mm-hmm.
few points I added here with my experience, okay, which was not there, but yeah, that is fine. Now plan, okay, that we discuss. Why to get? Why to get? It will validate your remote desktop solution, give you some opportunities, higher credibility with employer. These are the general kind of thing. In demand certification for the cloud careers. Learning path. Microsoft Learn, you can use it at free. Official study side, just forget about these kind of things. Okay, practice lab and sandbox. We already have our lab, right? We'll work over there. Yeah,
Yeah.
some mock exam kind of practice set. What we'll do, like these practice sets are available at Microsoft website only. Okay, so uh, I will share that link to you. Okay.
Okay.
Now coming to the conclusion, ABC. What is ABD? So they mentioned it as a feature of remote secure remote working. Okay. So as per them, it is a future of this, but yeah, multiple companies also there, like AWS and other like even Citrix Cloud is there, right? So we have multiple
Hmm.
competitor as well who is working on the same formula. Okay, so it's not like that ABD is the only one. We have multiple things. That is fine proof of ABDX. And now start your journey. Now, any questions so far? Do you have
No.
anything? If you have, otherwise, what we'll do from next session
Hmm.
onwards, we'll go to the console directly.
Yeah, sure. I'm okay with that.
Okay, so today, do you have any planned kind of what we can say planned call for your organization or no?
I might have one at night.
Okay, but in the afternoon, nothing is there, right?
No, nothing.
Okay, so today we already covered two session. I'm trying to get two more session today only. Okay, and so
Okay.
that we can understand some of the things. So it's 11 o'clock for me. Okay, let me stop the recording first.